infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Power starts with protection, not from enemies, but from energy vampires. The unhappy and unlucky aren't just miserable, they're contagious. Their negativity spreads like a virus. You spend time with someone who complains constantly, and soon you're complaining too. You befriend someone who always loses, and their bad luck starts rubbing off on you. This isn't superstition, it's psychology. Emotions are transferable. Misery doesn't just love company, it recruits it. The chronically unlucky blame the world for their problems, and if you're close enough, they'll start blaming you too. Or worse, they'll drag you into their chaos. Their drama becomes your burden. Their failures become your distraction. Powerful people are ruthless about their circle. They don't keep people around out of pity or loyalty to the past. They evaluate. Is this person lifting me up or pulling me down? Am I better or worse after spending time with them? If the answer is worse, they cut ties. No guilt, no explanation, just distance. This doesn't mean abandon people in crisis. It means recognize the difference between someone going through a hard time and someone who is a hard time. One is temporary, the other is permanent. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Because your power does. Get others to do the work for you, but take the credit. Efficiency isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. And the smartest move is letting others do the heavy lifting while you claim the victory. This sounds ruthless, but it's how every empire is built. Leaders don't do everything. They delegate, they orchestrate, they take credit. The key is positioning. You don't need to be the most skilled person in the room. You need to be the most visible. The one who presents the idea. The one who gets the praise. Because in the game of power, perception is reality. People remember who spoke, not who worked. This law isn't about being lazy. It's about leverage. You identify talent, you use it, you guide it. But you make sure the spotlight lands on you. Because credit equals power, and power compounds. The more credit you take, the more opportunities come your way. The more opportunities you get, the more you can delegate again. It's a cycle. But be careful. If people realize you're stealing their work without compensation or recognition behind the scenes, they revolt. The art is making them feel valued while you remain the face. Give them enough to stay loyal, but never enough to overshadow you. Crush your enemy totally. Mercy and power is a mistake. If you leave your enemy wounded but alive, they don't forget. They heal. They plan. They come back stronger. And next time they won't hesitate. This is why half measures are dangerous. You either destroy completely or don't engage at all. Crushing your enemy doesn't always mean violence. It means removing their ability to retaliate, ruin their reputation, cut off their resources, isolate them socially, make sure they can never rise against you again. Because if you show weakness, if you leave room for a comeback, they will take it, and they make you regret your compassion. History is full of leaders who spared their rivals only to be betrayed later. They thought mercy would earn loyalty. It didn't. It earned resentment. Because people don't forget who had the power to destroy them. They just wait for the chance to return the favor. This law isn't about cruelty. It's about finality. If someone is your enemy, treat them like one. Don't play games. Don't leave openings. End it decisively. Then move on. Hesitation in power is suicide. Learn to keep people dependent on you. The moment people don't need you anymore, you lose leverage. This is why the most powerful people create dependency. They make themselves irreplaceable. They hold the knowledge. They control the access. They own the relationship. And without them, things fall apart. This works in every context. At work, be the only one who understands the system. In relationships, be the one who provides something no one else can. In business, own the thing people can't live without. Dependency equals security, because people protect what they need. But dependency has to be subtle. If people feel trapped, they resent you. If they feel valued, they stay willingly. The trick is making them believe they chose to rely on you, that it's natural, that it's mutual, when in reality, you engineered it. The danger is overdoing it. If you make people too dependent, they become dead weight. They stop contributing. They just consume. The goal is strategic dependency, enough that they can't leave, but not so much that they become useless. Balance is everything. Court attention at all costs. In the game of power, invisibility is death. If people don't see you, you don't exist. If you don't exist, you have no influence. Attention is currency, and the more you have, the more power you command. This is why powerful people are loud, bold, unavoidable. They make sure you notice them. Attention doesn't have to be positive. Controversy works. Scandal works. Outrage works. As long as people are talking about you, you're relevant. The moment they stop, you're forgotten. And forgotten people have no power. This law is why mediocrity kills careers. You can be competent, reliable, and hardworking, but if no one notices, none of it matters. The person who's half as skilled but twice as loud will win every time. Because they commanded the room. They owned the narrative. They made themselves impossible to ignore. But attention requires maintenance. You can't court it once and disappear. You have to feed it, constantly. New moves, new statements, new presence. The second you go quiet, someone else takes your spot. And in power, there are no second chances. Always say less than necessary. Silence is a weapon. The more you talk, the more you reveal. The more you reveal, the more predictable you become. And predictability is weakness. Powerful people speak carefully. They say just enough to intrigue, never enough to expose. They leave people guessing, wondering, filling in the gaps with their own assumptions. This creates mystery, and mystery creates authority. When people don't fully understand you, they respect you more. They assume depth. They project power onto you, all because you didn't overshare. You didn't explain. You didn't justify. Talking too much also shows insecurity. It's the need to be understood, to be liked, to be validated. Powerful people don't need validation. They don't care if you understand them. They care if you respect them. And respect comes from restraint. The less you say, the more weight your words carry. When you finally speak, people listen. Because they know it's intentional. Nothing wasted. Nothing accidental. Just calculated impact. Conceal your intentions. If people know your plan, they can counter it. If they see your move before you make it, they block it. This is why powerful people never reveal their true intentions. They misdirect, they obscure, they let others think they know what's coming, then pivot at the last second. Concealment isn't lying. It's strategy. You don't owe anyone transparency, especially not in power. The moment your intentions are clear, you lose the advantage. People prepare, they resist, they sabotage. But if they don't see it coming, they can't stop it. This law works in every arena. In business, don't announce your next move. Let competitors guess. In relationships, don't show all your cards. Keep some mystery. In negotiations, never reveal your bottom line. The less they know, the more control you have. Mystery is power. Transparency is suicide. The world rewards those who move in shadows, not spotlights. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends are emotional. They expect loyalty. They take things personally. They assume closeness means honesty. And that makes them dangerous. Because when friends betray you, it's devastating. You didn't see it coming. You trusted them. Enemies are different. You know where you stand. There's no illusion, no false security. You watch them. You anticipate them. And sometimes you can use them. Turn their aggression into motivation, their presence into strategy. Enemies keep you sharp. Friends make you soft. This doesn't mean abandon friendship. It means don't confuse it with power. In power, everyone is a piece on the board, even friends. The moment you treat friendship like immunity, you've created a blind spot. And blind spots get exploited. Use enemies wisely. They're predictable, transparent, and if managed right, useful. Friends are unpredictable, emotional, and if mismanaged, lethal. Know the difference. I'll be making more videos like this soon. Subscribe to see them.